Noel carefully extracted the glinting object from the ancient rock, revealing an ornate ring with strange carvings and an eerily luminous green stone. Excited by his rare discovery, he brought it to a respected jeweler for appraisal, expecting praise for his geological find. The jeweler's hands began to tremble violently as he hurled the ancient ring across the room and screamed. The mountains had always called to Noel Robert. A passionate geologist, he spent his weekends venturing into the rocky terrain near his hometown, searching for interesting specimens to add to his collection. His apartment had become a miniature museum with shelves of labeled rocks that told Earth's ancient history. That crisp autumn morning, Noel headed to a newly exposed cliff face created by recent landslides. These fresh rock formations provided a rare opportunity to study layers that had been hidden for centuries. After hours of careful examination, something caught his eye, a strange glint reflecting sunlight from within a section of layered rock. Noel's trained eye immediately recognized that whatever was embedded there didn't belong naturally. Moving closer, he saw what appeared to be a metallic object integrated into the stone itself, as if it had been there when the sediment was still forming thousands of years ago. After nearly an hour of delicate excavation, Noel freed the object from its rocky prison. In his palm sat what appeared to be an ancient ring. The band was made of a dark, dense metal, with intricate carvings covering its surface. But what truly captivated him was the strange, faintly luminous green stone at its center. Even in bright sunlight, it appeared to glow with an inner light. That evening, Noel examined his discovery under his hobby microscope. The craftsmanship was extraordinary. In darkness, the green gem emitted a subtle but definite glow of its own. Sleep didn't come easily that night. Noel's mind raced with questions. How had the ring become embedded so deeply in ancient rock? Who had crafted it, and for what purpose? The next morning, Noel decided to seek expert opinion. While geology was his expertise, jewelry required specialized knowledge he lacked. Perhaps a professional jeweler could identify the metal and stone. Harlow's Jewelry was the most reputable establishment in town. James Harlow, the current owner, had over 40 years of experience with precious metals and gemstones. As Noel entered the shop, James greeted him warmly from behind the counter. Noel explained his discovery, carefully unwrapping the ring from its protective cloth. The jeweler's demeanor changed instantly upon seeing it. His professional smile disappeared, replaced by intense curiosity. He asked to examine it more closely, and Noel handed it over. James placed the ring under his specialized jeweler's lamp, adjusting the magnification to study the craftsmanship. For several moments, his experienced eyes took in every detail of the artifact. Suddenly, the color drained from James's face. His hands, steady from decades of delicate work, began to tremble visibly. The ring clattered onto the counter as he dropped it, stepping back as if burned. James shouted for Noel to take the ring and leave immediately. His voice, usually measured and professional, rose to a panicked pitch that startled everyone in the store. He insisted that Noel throw it away. Better yet, bury it back in the mountains where it had been found. When pressed for an explanation, James reluctantly shared a disturbing story. Years earlier, a wealthy client had brought an identical ring for appraisal. Same dark metal, same strange carvings, same glowing green stone. 6 months after bringing in the ring, the wealthy client died under mysterious circumstances. Before his death, he had gifted the ring to his only son. Within a year, the son also died unexpectedly, leaving behind a grieving widow. James was convinced the family had been cursed by this sinister artifact, and now Noel had unearthed what appeared to be its twin. The jeweler practically pushed Noel toward the door, refusing to touch the ring again or offer any further assistance. Outside the shop, Noel felt bewildered and unsettled. The scientific part of his mind dismissed James's story as superstition. Curses weren't real. Yet something about James's genuine terror gave Noel pause. What had he seen in the ring that triggered such fear? Despite his misgivings, Noel couldn't discard his discovery. He was too curious, too committed to understanding the mysteries of the earth. He returned home and placed the ring in his nightstand drawer, occasionally examining it over the following days, searching online for similar artifacts but finding nothing comparable. 3 weeks later, Noel began experiencing strange symptoms. It started with occasional dizziness, then persistent fatigue set in, making even simple tasks exhausting. Inexplicable nausea followed, ruining his appetite. Initially, Noel dismissed these symptoms as nothing serious, but as his condition worsened, the jeweler's dire warning echoed in his mind. Could there be a connection? The day Noel collapsed, his girlfriend Sarah had come to check on him after not hearing from him for nearly 24 hours. Also a geologist, Sarah had been away at a conference when Noel found the ring. She found him on the floor, conscious but barely able to move. His skin burned with fever, his breathing shallow and rapid. At the hospital, doctors performed numerous tests but found no obvious cause for his rapidly declining health. His symptoms matched no common illness, leaving medical professionals puzzled and concerned. Sarah remained by Noel's bedside as his condition deteriorated. During a moment of clarity, he weakly described the ring and the jeweler's bizarre warning. Though still rejecting the idea of a curse, he wondered if the artifact itself might be dangerous. While Noel slept, Sarah found the ring in his nightstand. Unlike Noel, who had been captivated by its beauty, she viewed it with a more critical, scientific eye. The stone's unnatural glow troubled her, as did the metal's unusual weight. Taking initiative, Sarah brought the ring to Dr. Elena Vasquez at the university's geology department. The preliminary tests raised immediate alarms. The greenstone's properties matched no known gemstone in their extensive database. Concerned, Dr. Vasquez transferred the ring to the university's radiation safety office. There, Dr. Michael Chen made the shocking discovery that changed everything. The seemingly ancient ring contained a rare form of uraninite, a highly radioactive mineral that had been slowly emitting dangerous radiation while in Noel's possession. The glowing green stone, so beautiful and mysterious, was killing him. Sarah rushed back to the hospital with this crucial information. Noel was immediately transferred to a specialized radiation treatment facility where doctors confirmed he had received dangerous levels of radiation exposure. The symptoms he had been experiencing, dizziness, fatigue, nausea, were classic signs of radiation poisoning that had worsened as he kept the ring nearby. James visited Noel in the hospital, visibly shaken upon learning the truth. What James had interpreted as a curse was science he hadn't understood. The ring was secured in a specialized containment facility at a nuclear research laboratory. Noel recovered slowly, though doctors warned he would need lifetime monitoring. His discovery had nearly cost him his life, revealing how nature sometimes seals away dangers for good reason. What appeared to be a fascinating archaeological find turned out to be a dangerous object that never should have been unearthed. The eerie glow wasn't mystical but deadly. In the end, what seemed like superstition had its roots in real danger, simply not yet understood by science. The line between curse and contamination turned out to be thinner than anyone might have suspected. Would you have heeded the jeweler's warning, or would your curiosity have led you down the same perilous path as Noel?